Well, hello there. Welcome back. My name is Julie. This is my journal. I am here in my fabulously made over bedroom. Sorry, I have not done a full tour of it. I'll be doing that soon over on the main channel, The Frugal Family. Just haven't gotten around to it. You got to like make your bed and stuff like that to do a video. No, I make my bed. But anyway, so James and I, my husband and I, we are going, he's back. Oh, no, too much light. Too much light. We're going to a wedding today. Sorry, a wedding reception. A wedding reception. Thank you. Love you. A wedding reception for one of his friends that he rides bikes with. Anyway, so I'm really excited for that. It'll be fun. I'm getting more social again. I haven't been social for a long time, even though I'm like a social butterfly through and through. There's been a lot of years of like anxiety and just pandemic and health and God, whatever else. But we had a lot of fun going out the other night with my husband's boss for dinner. Thank you so much for watching that video. That was amazing. It was truly like a once in a lifetime experience. We don't do stuff like that, you know? I mean, we could if I didn't go to Disney and if James didn't do his bike stuff. Both hobbies are very expensive. But anyway, it was beautiful. It was wonderful. Yeah, really grateful that we were able to do that. So, but anyhow, so we're going to a wedding reception today. The problem is here in Utah, the air is so bad right now. Like you can hear it in my throat. Like I have really bad allergies and asthma. And so this morning I've stayed in my room with the air purifier going full blast. Sorry if you hear that in the background, but it's necessary. Because I'm like, I don't know, pre-gaming or prepping that's what it is. I'm prepping my lungs because part of the reception thing is going to be outside. It sounds like, because they said bring a coat and it's cold. So anyway, I'm like, I don't want to be outside. It sucks because it's not raining. It's not snowing. It's cold, but like, it's not unbearable. I could be out, you know, doing something. I don't know, doing something, but the air is so bad that it's not the worst air we've ever had. It's considered moderate for regular people, but for people with allergies and asthma, it's not recommended to spend time outside. So, and that's me and my children. So anyhow, yeah, I'm in here, blasting the air purifier and remembering why it is that I want to leave Utah. In most instances and cases, I don't want to leave Utah anymore. There were a lot of years where I did want to leave, but now, no, not really. I'm comfortable in my life. I'll talk more in another video about being an ex-Mormon in a predominantly Mormon LDS state. I do want to do a video about that, but it's been a long time since we've been out of religion specifically out of the Mormon LDS religion. Like, I think like 6 years now, probably, maybe longer. No, way longer than that because Mariah was still a tot. So, I don't know, 7 or 8 years, something like that. But I do want to do a video about that, about being an ex-Mormon and raising a family ex-Mormon in a predominantly Mormon LDS state. But anyway, I'm reminded of why I want out. I do still want out of this state. Not just the politics and some of that stuff, but the air. God, the air. So we have these gorgeous, oh my God, beautiful mountains all around us. Beautiful. They are just, I mean, you guys have seen in videos across our 3 channels, we are surrounded by just the most beautiful mountain ranges. And God, they're so lovely. And my husband loves them to ride his bikes down them at breakneck speed and crazy stuff like that. And when I'm able, I love to hike and all of that. It's wonderful. But the problem is that the mountains cause what's called an inversion, so that they hold all of the air, the dirty air, in. And then we have too much industrial stuff going on and not strong enough, which is bizarre. We don't have strong enough regulations in our state. I don't want to get into politics and all that stuff. I'm into just survival and health and our politics and our regulations definitely care more about business and money than they do about the health of the residents. And the air is awful. I went and stayed with my siblings the other weekend, and they live in Salt Lake City, and it was atrocious. I could barely sleep. I was just, oh God, the air was absolutely horrific. I don't know how they live there because they both have asthma. In fact, my brother has really serious, I mean, mine's bad and my allergies, but his are just extreme. I don't know how they survive there. I just don't know. It's God. I had to be on the nebulizer like twice a day if I lived there. But anyway, I don't want to leave Utah, but maybe when the kids grow up, since this house isn't going to work for me in old age. I'm not going to, I have no plans to reach old age. That doesn't sound right. I don't have expectations of reaching old age in this crunchy old body. But even if I do or whatever, or even if I don't, this house setup is not going to work for me. The yard is too big to maintain. We barely maintain it now. And the stairs, if you've been with us across the 3 channels for any amount of time, you know that our stairs are horrendous. They're awful, which is weird because they're not like old. They're like 20 years old. But the people that dug out this basement and made the basement, I don't know what the hell they were doing with those stairs. But you would think you were in a house from like 1895 because the stairs are so steep and narrow and they're awful. God, just awful. So unless we like change those out, which is a huge process, this house just won't work. And stairs, period, with bad knees and bad hips and all that. No, we need like one level, place. So if we were to stay in Utah, sorry, this is my journal. I'm all over the place, but really there's a theme. Bad air in Utah. That's the theme. We would need a place that has cleaner air. So we'd have to go like south or really far west or really far east, and a place with less mountain ranges, which would suck because I foresee us wanting to still enjoy the mountains. The other thing is, it's so expensive to buy a house in Utah now. It didn't used to be. Until like 10 years ago, Utah was the place that people flocked to buy a house because it was reasonable. And it's still more reasonable than some other states, but it is incredibly expensive to buy a house in Utah now. We are so lucky that we bought a house 15 years ago. There's no way we could afford to buy a house here now. Absolutely not. Not a chance. No. So we'd have to go way out to the boonies, sell this house, and buy just a small house, but with like the fabled, much wanted, much fantasized about empty big room. We don't need a huge bedroom. I wouldn't mind it being a little bit bigger, but one big gathering room. That's what I've always wanted. One big gathering room where I can have all of my family and even friends over, and there's room, Oh God. And you could set up folding tables for stuff if you needed to, but have couches maybe like around the edges, have cupboards around the edges so that we could put the puzzles and stuff like, you know what I mean? That's what I want. That's what I want so badly. But yeah, every winter, in fact, but usually I think maybe I'm remembering wrong because I tend to block out the inversion seasons because they're just so awful. But I swear it normally starts in January. That it's like January and February that are the icy inversion hell months. Why don't I remember it being in December? I don't know. But it just feels like to me that it's normally January. I could be totally wrong. I could just be misremembering. But I swear it doesn't seem like it's normally December that we are in this place of misery. I don't know. But anyway, it's bad. It's real bad. So I'm staying in here talking to you guys while my husband goes and has an appointment and does some other stuff. And then eventually I gotta drag myself out, but I'm taking the air purifiers with me. There's one in here. There's one the girls have in their room because the kitty sleeps in their room. So they've got to have the air purifier going in there. And then I might even get the old air purifiers out of the attic and get those some new. In fact, I've got to do it. I'm going to have Reagan get up there and get those down and order some new filters for them, because I was looking at the forecast and we don't have a storm in the forecast for at least a week. Yeah. So we got to get the air purifiers going. I run the fan for the central, this is the, air conditioning and heater system. And it has a filter, but it's just not enough. It's not enough. And we change that filter regularly. We didn't used to. We were terrible. God, we were terrible. But we do change it regularly now. And in fact, I think I'm going to see if my husband will pick up another one for it today and go ahead and change it out again. I run that constantly, but it's just not enough. It's just not enough. If you have allergies and asthma, you know what I'm talking about, especially if you live in a place with smog and these kind of problems. And if you look around at my state, you're looking at all these beautiful mountains and stuff, and you're like, that doesn't look like a place that would be all smoggy and polluted. No, it is. It is. And it's like just multiplied by the mountains that hold everything in, unfortunately. Yeah, between that, horrible regulation system, bad politics, business being more important than people. Yeah, the air's awful. I'm going to have Reagan get those older, we bought those, well, they're not old. They're from when everything was burning down around us a few years ago, when all the mountains were burning down. Some of you remember. And I bought that like crazy respirator that this was before the pandemic. Yeah. Anyway, and it's like the one that looks like a bug that has the pink thingies on the sides. Tempted to wear that anytime I go outside. God. But anyway, we'll get those air purifiers down, order some things for them. I used to have another Okesu one. They've sent us 3. We've been so lucky. A sponsor. But I gave one of the Okesu ones away to a family member, because we were getting another of the Okesus, which is the one I have going in here. And hopefully they use it and enjoy it, but I do miss it. I'm like, oh, we need air purifiers in every room of the house. Luckily, we have a small house. Do you ever think you would hear anyone ever say that in the modern age, in 2023, in the US of America? Yeah, luckily we have a small house. It's cheap to heat. It's cheap to cool. And we just might be able to get the air somewhat livable here in the house with 4 air purifiers if we move them around enough. Like in the daytime, move all of them upstairs, have them in the rooms there, and then at night, move them all down here. I might hit up Okesu too and see if they want to do another deal. They've come back to me 3 times, so yeah, maybe. I'm going to hit them up and see if they might want to sponsor another one, get us another discount code, stuff like that. We've loved them. This isn't a sponsored video at all, but we have loved the Okesus. They're fantastic. And here, they're necessary. I'm going to give myself, let's see, squint, look at the clock. I don't have my eyes in yet. I'm going to give myself like 15 more minutes. Watch some more garbage TV. Whatever, drink some water, then drag my old bones up those stairs with my Okesus. In fact, I think I need to order new filters for the one in the girls' room. I better get on that. Maybe I can see if there's like some overnight ones that we can get delivered. But anyway, the air's bad. The air's real bad. So I've been hanging out down here with the thing going full blast, reminding myself, or being reminded, why we got to get out of the Wasatch Front. That's the mountain range. We got to get out of the Wasatch Front. maybe go out to the wild, wild west or the super silly meth-filled east. I don't know. But where we can breathe and still, you know, be close to family and stuff that we want to be close to. And not have stairs. I always wanted stairs. When I was a little kid in California, I always wanted stairs. There was just a thing about it, you know? I know that's lots of kids. If you didn't grow up with stairs, you wanted stairs. Now, at 42, I really want to not have stairs. And yet, like, for practical, like, real life practical purposes, and yet I still have the dream of like a princess winding set of stairs with a gorgeous banister that I can hang stockings or garland on and lights and princessy stuff like that. But at the end of the day, comfort, you know, comfort. Ooh, which reminds me, we found the other stair rail for our stairs. I thought I had thrown it away when we took the stair rails off years ago because they were like, the kids had been hanging on them and they were half pulled out of the wall and we just took them off. I've since redone the long stair rail and we put that back up. And then my husband, he was cleaning the yard and found the old stair rail, the small piece of stair rail for where the stairs go and then turn. He found it. So I need to order new hardware for it. And then on a day that I can stand it, probably with the big bug respirator, you know, that might be a thing I need to do this week before it gets cold and rainy and snowy again. But it'll have to be with the respirator. It wouldn't take that long now that I know what I'm doing with my sander. I think I got to do that. Get out there and sand it and finish it. And I have plenty of the, God, what do you call it? Stain that I used on the other one. I have plenty of that left. I have everything I need. It's just a matter of getting out there and doing it. I'm going to have to put that up on the priority list. Anyway, he found it, so we can at least add that. And so that, you know, it makes going up and down those horrendous stairs much safer. But I really look forward to having just single level. You know? I really do. God, I really do. The problem is that means I'll be older and my kids will be grown and gone. So maybe we'll put up with these horrendous stairs a while longer, you know? And not be in such a hurry. Especially with the stair rails. That helps. It helps a lot. You guys help a lot. Thank you for letting me do this messy, wacky journal here in my room. Look how pretty that those are. Those are the butterflies that I redid. They're ones I found in the dumpster that I had out in the Laughing Place garden for years and years that I painted and sprayed glitter on. And there's my pretty lamp and my pretty windows with their new curtains and beads and stuff and my little tiny shelf. That shelf has been the best idea. That and this tufted headboard have been the best ideas I've ever come up with when it comes to like renovating and stuff. Getting rid of the side table and just having that shelf. There's nowhere for like webs and stuff to gather, spiders, clutter. Nope. When I vacuum, I can get right to everything, and that's all the room I have is that for putting stuff. So you don't clutter. It's the best idea. Best decluttering idea I've ever had. I'm going to do a dedicated video about it and about what a great idea that is. Because surfaces gather stuff. They do. I even took the chair out. Remember I redid that awesome director's chair? I took it out because I realized that in practice, it was just a surface to put stuff. Laundry was ending up there. It was a surface. Though I am looking at this really cute tufted bench that matches this that I want to have in here. Oh, another surface. Do I ever learn? I don't know, but it's really cute. And anyway, I've been Julie. This has been my journal this morning. 15 more minutes. 15 more minutes. Then I'll get on with the day. Get put together. Get ready for a wedding reception. Do some projects. Do some editing. Get the other air purifiers down. Get the filters ordered. Yeah. I love you guys. I hope you're having a good holiday season. If you celebrate something, if you don't celebrate anything, I hope you're having a good winter, a good holiday season. I hope you're making plans with family and or friends. I know there's so much shit going on in the world. The world's a mess. It's such a mess. And more localized than that, I know each of us are going through our own personal hells that nobody knows about. You guys know about a lot of mine. I have the procedure on this elbow coming up next week or the week after. I don't know, a couple days before Christmas. And then we're doing the other elbow, the surgery on the other elbow in January or early February. I don't remember what we decided. But anyway, not like the big not open surgery, but the less invasive one, the 10X thing. I've been meaning to do a video about what exactly that means. Give me time. I'll get it done. I know we each have our struggles. There's loneliness. There's family fights. There's medical. There's financial. There's all of it. Or you might be in one of those war-torn or devastated or whatever, environmentally affected situations that's going on. All I can do, I can't fix any of it. Not a bit. Nothing. You know how awful that is, realizing just how, not useless, but incapable you are of fixing things for people. It's hard. It really is sometimes. Because I'm the kind that I just want to fix it. I just want to make it better. And I can't. But what I can do is be a sounding board. Come here. Be safe. Say what you need to in the comments. Know that you are loved. If by no one and nothing else, though you're probably loved by a lot more people than you realize. And you probably affect a lot more people and their lives than you realize. That's often the case. But anyway, a loony old lady who can't breathe worth a damn, hiding in her bedroom with her air purifier going a million miles an hour. No, let's stick with full blast. This lady loves you. This lady loves you so much and cares about you. And notices when you're not in the comments and haven't commented in a while. I can't fix it. I can't be one-on-one in touch with everyone. I'm terrible at that, just in my regular life, let alone with our friends on YouTube and in the internet. I'm terrible at it. You guys know that. But you are in my heart, and I do care, and I do love you. And I know this life is so fucking hard. It is. I had several really dark days last week. I know it's hard. I know it's so hard. And the holidays, in a lot of ways, make it even harder. In some ways better, other ways harder. But you are loved and you matter. You matter to me. You're a huge part of making my silly little life possible. My husband, he's the main part of that, financially and otherwise. But you guys make the magic possible. We made a deal, James and I, that my Disney stuff wouldn't come out of the family budget because it's some exorbitant stuff. And my other magic and my silliness. More of it comes out of the family budget now than it used to. He can afford it now. But the majority, as far as the trips and stuff, you guys watching my silly little videos, you make it possible. And I need magic in my life. You know, I think we all do. In one way or another, we need escapism and comfort and sparkles. So thank you. You make that possible for me and my babies. God, sometimes don't you just love to smile? Doesn't that feel good sometimes? Crying and smiling at the same time. They're very close companions, you know? It's on Elf, right, with Will Ferrell. Smiling's my favorite. And then his very capitalist supervisor. Make work your favorite. Work's your favorite. Jesus. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of my life. To the extent that these parasocial YouTube relationships can be, you know, close. Being part of each other's lives. It's a weird world we live in, this modern age. I have been Julie. This has been my journal. You have been wonderful. You are wonderful. Just exactly as you are. But don't let that stop you from improving things in your life that will make it better. That's something I'm working on myself. By gathering up all of the air purifiers and getting them some new filters. I wish you a beautiful day. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy winter, happy solstice, happy Yule, all of it. Happy Hanukkah. I know that's going on right now. The kids and I need to get the menorah out and do a video for Vlogmas over on Frugal Family Flies Again. It's on the list. I'll see y'all real soon.